Okay, so last time I did talk a lot on the say the remembering the kindness of the mothers and how we have to really behave in ways of say the expressing gratitude towards your mother, towards your father, towards your mother, and so forth. Yeah, this is very important, extremely important, and to the say even for this emptiness, what I mentioned of the many other factors are there. Say these are there, these are included, these are included. So meanwhile, we should be also very realistic that I did mention that of like say with the more like the less educated family, the children feeling gratitude towards the parents is more. This is my observation. It can be wrong. But then with a more educated family, the children feeling gratitude to the parents is less. My observation. And the last, particularly like 30 years of the experience, the from the very educated family background, children feeling the gratitude towards the parents is much less. Is much less. Okay. Meanwhile, I like to also admit that the it is not necessarily always a problem from the children towards the parents, but they can be out of like 100, one or two, from 100, one or two cases where the children suffered a great abuse from the hands of the parents when they were young. This is also possible. This is also possible. The point is that and then okay, yeah. The point is that the if that is the case, finally, say all what we're doing, like meditating on the sevenfold cause effect method. Remember, all beings as one's mothers and so forth. Then meditating on the equalizing exchange method by reflecting on the benefits that we got from all the sentient beings and so forth. From this, the point is that these are not really necessary. These are not really say how we started. It's not directly started with the intention to benefit others. Not with this, is to benefit yourself. The point is that first, always what I'm saying is that be kind to yourself. This is the first agenda. This should be our agenda. If this agenda is going to be very stable, your practice is going to be very stable. Otherwise, you can get off the track very easily, and then you will end up nowhere. So be kind to yourself. Next one is be wisely kind to yourself. So with these two agendas of life, then the point is that what do you mean by be kind to yourself? Is give yourself what do you want? I want happiness. Give yourself the maximum happiness. What I don't want suffering. Take away all the sufferings. This is the meaning of be kind to yourself. Next, be wisely kind to yourself. What do you mean by be wisely kind to yourself? If you want happiness, just practice compassion, universal compassion. If you want to get rid of suffering, refraining from harming others. As simple as that. Now, to practice unconditional love towards others, then the two standard methods. One said that remember the kindness of mothers. But when my mothers were very problematic when I was young. Okay, my mother was very problematic when I'm 14, 16, 17, 14, 15, 16. If that is the case, it's not the mother's complication, it's your complication. Most likely. Out of 1 million, I would say that 99.999% is your problem. If you have a problem with your mother when you reach age 14, 15, 16, it's your problem. It's not mother's problem. Whereas if the problem when you are age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the mother's problem, not your problem. Right? Okay. So that we should be very honest. And no doubt there are few exceptions who must have been through very difficult times when they were young, like age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in some cases, like having to take care of one's own siblings as well. Because in order to defend your siblings from your abuse from the parents, including the mother, which can be like 1 out of 1,000. 1 out of 1000. If you fall under this category, still don't worry. It is not necessary. It is not absolutely necessary that you have to remember every being as one's mother. For you who is kind. For you who is kind. The Buddha made it very clear. Buddha didn't say that you have to remember everybody as your mother. This is not what the Buddha said. Buddha said that everybody has been your mother, father, brother, sister, teacher, and then the friends and so forth. So Buddha gives lots of options. From there you choose one, whichever is more meaningful. One. In my case, for sure, I'm just sure from the kind of imprint that is being activated now with this, somebody in 50s. So there I can see that my mother must have been a greatly loving mother when I was till 5. I lost her when I was 5. I have no memory of her, I was saying, like what is left with me in my mind is just some snippets, not even the snippets, snapshots of the mother, cuddling me just like a photograph, right? Not really the movie, not like the action. There's no action. I don't remember any action, but just like the photographs, right? I've never seen the photograph also, but the memory is like the photograph, like the snapshots. Like, so the mother just cutting the 3 children on the huge rock boulder. Then what else? That is and then let's say when the mother died, then the 3 children were just hugging the father. All 3 were crying. So that I could remember. So what I'm saying is that in my case, although I don't really vividly remember the love that I got from my mother, but the point is that it is not necessary that I should remember all these things in order to meditate on the 7th point, the 7 method, sinful cause and effect method, to generate Bodhicitta. So what I do is that I look at others. How the mothers, they sacrifice everything for the children. I just look at others. And I'm not, maybe, okay, in my case, I'm unfortunate that I lost my mother at that age. And in some cases, you even received the abuse from your mother at young ages. But it's not all the lifetimes like this all the time, right? Like out of the 1,000 cases, I might have gone through these challenging times once or twice. But then say out of 1,000, like 999 times, I received the maximum love and affection from the mothers. This is a biological effect. It's not about the mother should be a bodhisattva. No, it's a biologically gifted that the mothers are, loving towards the children. So this is what I experienced, no doubt. I look at others and just look at others, and from there just count. 1 mother, 2 mother, like 100 mothers. Of these, how many abuse their children? Just see, there's only 1 out of 1,000. You're getting as simple as that. From this, you get to infer that you also received the same thing from your mothers in the past lives. So this is how we do. Yeah. And whereas if you find it really difficult, don't worry. For the time being, you focus on somebody as your father, as a brother or sister, somebody who, in this life, you really acquired love and affection from somebody very genuinely. You got genuine love and affection from somebody. Just do that. And then as your practice becomes more matured, then you will reach a certain point where you will feel yourself like a mother and all others like small children, including your mother of this life as a small child. The definition of small child is somebody who cannot see what is tomorrow, who just is happy to do the fun or the game just now, right? Who's happy to destroy anything else. So this is what others are. So you start to feel compassion. Look at, a very mischievous, naughty boy and a mother. And this boy, nobody likes this boy. Everyone around the family, nobody likes this. But the mother is always there to defend the child, right? This is how you would feel towards your mother, towards all other beings at a certain level of the maturation of practice. And then you feel that, wow, this is amazing. So my mother went through a very difficult time herself in various aspects, that he was behaving like this to us. She's very unfortunate. She is very unfortunate not to have this biological reaction coming, biological love coming, coming out. Whereas most of the mothers, 99.9% of the mothers, this biological love is coming naturally. So she's very unfortunate not to, feel that so strongly, right? So for her to feel this anger towards her own child, young toddler, and for somebody to feel that love, feeling this love is much more beautiful, much more cherishable than feeling anger towards one's own child. So you feel compassionate at a certain point. Then you feel so compassionate towards their suffering. They are suffering. So you feel you are suffering. You don't like that. You feel you're suffering because of this, because of that, and so forth. Likewise, she's also suffering because of this, because of that, and so forth. Right? So then at a certain level, then it's very easy. It's very easy at the moment. At the moment, whichever is easier for you to practice, go ahead with that. Not necessarily you need to think about every being as one's mothers. Not necessary. At a certain point, then your practice can be very swift, very easy. You just need time, right? When you get time, your practice flows. It becomes very easy for you. But you got